Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. Might rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving the see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving the see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving the see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving the see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving the see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving the see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving the see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving the see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Giving the see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Koofy t-shirt and some jeans. Podcast is in effect, yeah I mean.
That's it.
There you go.
Are we live?
Yes, sir.
We're live. Alhamdulillah.
Actually, can I hear myself?
Can you you put the disclaimer up already?
Disclaimer.
You didn't disclaim. Okay.
Oh.
We got to start with the disclaimer, inshallah.
Yeah, disclaimer. Here you go. What is the disclaimer? Here you go. Bam! There you go. The disclaimer.
MashaAllah. Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to Amu Yum Yum, the podcast, where we seek to cure the kufr infected by injecting the Islamic perspective. We have with us today our IT Bengali guy. He's really Saudi. He doesn't want to claim Saudi.
A'udhu billah.
His Bible are from Bangladesh.
Yeah, don't call me.
But he's born
Mecca.
and raised in Mecca.
Yeah. I'm Meccawi, not Saudi. A'udhu billah. That's an insult.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia, that's even the distortion of the name.
Man, I'm going to have a headache now.
That's
a nightmare.
That's distorted. Yeah. Okay, and our guest, this is Amu Yusuf, the technical director, IT guy. He had to be Desi. Okay, so our special guest is Amu Jawaza. Okay, better known as Jawaz, better known as OG, Clapback, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, he's our guest for the day. Alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum, akhain. Akhawain.
Yeah. What is this akhain?
Well, always what is this my Arabic, man?
What is this akhain? Like, what is this? Is that Persian?
I'm from the hood, though. I can say Arabic the way I want to.
Hell no.
Brothers be saying Samle Rautala. Subhanallah.
Supan.
Mash Allah.
Last time somebody told me like a clack. I never understood.
Yeah, clack. Like,
what is that?
No, cutter. Cutter.
Like clack means there's like Allah.
Assalamu alaikum, sister. You got divorced. Cutter.
Oh my God.
Okay, whatever. So anyway, here we go. Edit that part out when I asked the sister, did she get divorced? edit that part out if I get in trouble. Okay. Random.
Yeah.
Random. Okay. We got segments on this show. We are very professional. I didn't clean my nails, but we still professional. Okay.
We're trying.
No with that.
Yeah. The black towel grout. Anyway. So random. Who saw the Tyson fight? Get a chance to see it?
No, I still haven't seen it.
MashaAllah, pious. Lots of your man.
Right.
Lots of your man. Because boxing is haram, So, but Tyson is a harami, so it doesn't matter. Go ahead. You saw it?
I saw it, and I felt like I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All the holding, the grasp.
He was hugging him too much, man. I'm like, this hugging, man.
But they have a long-term relationship. Been on each other for a while. But they said there was a no knockout clause. Then they retracted to say it's not a knockout clause. Even in boxing, it doesn't make sense to have a no knockout clause. Now, apparently they had a no head hunting clause because Tyson was pulling punches.
Yeah.
Tyson was pulling punches. He did not try to knock him out.
He tried, He
didn't try to knock him out. He was bodying.
Wasn't that because of the new so-called rule?
No, the rule didn't exist. They made that up. That was a troll.
Yeah?
That was a troll, yeah.
Well, that kind of made me disinterested when I seen the the rules are going to be this, no knockout, no this, no that. I was like, this is not really a fight. So I was like,
it's like with fighters. Fighters say he wants to train MMA, and I say, well, until you get into a real fight, you'll never know.
Hey, I hope he's here somewhere. Hey, is he online? Maybe because he can do something with the jump fu. He can't do anything else with that besides that.
I told him. I said, after you train, so you'll know if what you got works.
Right.
I said, I'm gonna take you to the hood.
I think it's gonna last. I think it's gonna last for a second.
I said, I'm gonna take you to the hood and tell my homeboy, say, homeboy, come on over here, my boy want to look at you real quick. Man is gonna say, ooh yeah.
No,
it's true though, because I told him even if you exercise martial arts, whatever, for like 5 years, 6 years, graduate, right?
Yeah.
You still have to break. You still have to get hurt, break down. The sign of effort. Like
you gotta take a punch, man.
Take a punch, yeah. The sign of effort. Like when people say like, when you work out and nothing changes, that means you don't work out. You have to. Go through the
everybody looks good in the gym.
Yeah,
because the bag don't punch back. Okay. The bag don't punch back, so everybody look good in the gym. What about Nate Robinson?
He was talking too much, though.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I caught that part of the fight.
Oh, you caught the fact.
And the internet just went crazy.
Yeah, it went crazy.
Yeah.
You know what's good about him though? He got on the internet and was interacting with people after the fight, and also he was laughing with them.
Oh.
Like he actually, you can take
enjoyed
a joke.
it. Yeah,
you can take a joke. I mean, that shows a good heart. He seemed like a good-hearted dude, man.
Yeah.
May Allah got him to Islam, otherwise,
I mean,
hellfire. Say, look, he went down 3 times in the ring. He gonna go one time in the hellfire and never get out.
The first hit, he was like,
yeah, he didn't know.
I just woke up.
yeah. I mean, yeah, like I say, man,
the truth is out there.
Tyson was quoted as saying that everybody has a plan until you get hit in the face.
Yeah.
And that's how fighting is, you know. So,
and I think sometimes when people like watch all these, like fights and UFC, I think they just fantasize the same way they play Call of Duty. They play PlayStation.
Exactly.
They fantasize. But the reality is different.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like me. I used to go downtown San Antonio and watch old Aztec Theater and watch kung fu movies.
Yeah.
And I would walk out with my chest out.
Right.
I thought I was real. Well, I thought I could whoop everybody downtown. And I go home, get my mom a broom, I cut it up with a steak knife.
Oh my God.
It took me a long time. I cut it with a steak knife.
His creativity went like level 9,000.
I made them like this. I got my dog chain, broke it up, made some nunchucks.
And hit yourself.
Bam! Boy, I had a knot this big, man. Just follow out, man.
Lesson number one.
My mother was like, "What have you done with my son? Give me back my son!"
My son!
Anyway, so anyway,
so what are we going to talk about today, man?
That's enough random talk, man.
Yeah.
It's time for what's popping, okay? These are segments. We're going to get our graphics together right now. We're very poor. If you donate just the price of a cup of coffee, you can feed me, Amo Yusuf, and Amo Jawaz. Just for a price of a cup of coffee, which is about $70 today. So, price of cup of coffee went up. Nevertheless, what's popping? The hot topic, okay, is correcting the correction. When Amar bin Maruf, goes wrong. Like the old Dave Chappelle segment, don't watch the show until HBO pays it. But nevertheless, the old segment, when keeping it real goes wrong. So this is when correcting the correction when enjoining right goes wrong. Now, as Muslims, we have an obligation to correct the munkar, okay? We have an obligation to correct the munkar. Many ayat of Quran tells us, Ya'muru bil ma'ruf wa yahuna al munkar, that Allah describes the believers as what? Those that enforce right and forbid wrong, okay? Ibn Taymiyyah said that the believers to another like two hands washing one another. Muhammad Sallam said we will mirror images of each other. We'll mirror images of each other. So if you see something even minute, like some sleep in the brother's eye or something stuck on the brother's beard, you're obligated to say, Ya akhi, you have something on you. That's a small sadaqah, but it goes a long way. It shows that we have a concern for our brother, how our brother appears, right?
Yeah.
So dealing with the online thing, the internet phenomena, when every Tom, Dick, and Muhammad has an opinion, and everyone can do a show like this, it'll make us overqualified. We just do this very well. Okay, nevertheless. So
what did you say?
Ooh, yeah.
Pretty good. Okay, so Muhammad Sallallahu also said, ad-deenu nasiha. He said, giving sincere advice is actually the deen. But correcting the correction, sometime when you enjoy right and forbid wrong, it goes wrong. So, do y'all have any experience with this?
It's not it goes wrong.
Okay.
What's happening nowadays, they are making it wrong.
Okay.
Like when you give the nasiha, the advice, let's say you're telling this brother, hey, you need to make salah on time. Brother, don't do that because you might offend him.
Yeah.
Or you might make him get triggered because nowadays we have so many, tight jeans folks and
tight jeans,
emasculated brothers and masculine women these days.
Oh yes.
Right. So especially with the social media, yeah, with the social media, with the social media, the thing with the social media is that everyone gives an opinion.
Yeah.
Like everyone. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with the opinion, but I'm like everyone just excited to give opinion because at the end of the day, opinion doesn't do anything if it doesn't reflect your action. If it doesn't change your behavior, it's just like pointless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I've definitely had an experience with giving the correction and it just going totally left. There was an incident at the masjid where this was like kind of at the
beginning of the corona, beginning of the quarantine.
Kind of at the beginning of the COVID deal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been to this masjid for a while. This masjid is like on my side of town, in my neighborhood, or whatever. So, but I haven't been there in a while because they've been closed or whatever. So I thought they'd been closed or whatever. So I was going to another masjid that was open or whatever. They were closed. That was like at the very beginning of the COVID scare or whatever. So they like shut down or whatever.
Yeah.
So I heard that they opened back up. So since it's closer to home for me or whatever, I decided to go to that masjid for Salat al-Jummah that Friday. So I'm there, listen to the khutbah, alhamdulillah.
When you guys were listening, were you guys like close?
In the khutbah, when the khutbah
during the khutbah, were you guys like sitting closer to each other, or were you guys doing that
space?
The 6 feet?
I don't remember. I don't really recall there being much space. I know for me, I always kind of like sit,
hide in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sleep.
Yeah, because it might be one of those,
the boring khutbah that just make you fall asleep. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm there. The khutbah's done or whatever. So iqam salah. So we're lining up for the salah, and the brothers they're lining up with a lot of space in between them.
Spacing out.
So I'm like, brothers, what's going on? Why are y'all putting so much space in
He was
between?
going through trauma.
Why the space?
Yeah.
Oh, COVID, Corona, the Corona thing or whatever. I'm like, why are we changing the prayer?
Yeah. The Jama'ah.
Yeah. Why are we changing the prayer? Yeah, exactly. The congregational aspect of it. Why are we changing it? So the imam, he turns around and he's he looks at me and he just like motions to everybody like let's continue on or whatever. He's really like trying to blow me off or whatever. So I'm still asking,
This is like before the salah started.
This is before the salah
right
started.
After the khutbah.
Okay.
Yeah, right after khutbah, I'm asking or whatever. Why are we changing? Islam allows for a rukhsah for
that's an exclusion.
Yeah, it allows for to make the exception for to stay home with the sickness. If there's a sickness or there's a sickness scare,
strongest evidence.
Yeah, there's a sickness scare, then just stay home.
Right.
But it doesn't allow for the changing. There's not a rukhsah for the changing of the Jama'ah salat.
Yeah.
It just and I'm asking, what's going on? So
rukhsah means
Rukhsah.
they start to pray. They like people are telling me to be quiet and so on and so forth or whatever.
They
like
call you a
Negro?
They didn't call you a Negro?
Nah.
Maybe
like the knee.
You probably didn't hear it.
Like the knee.
Grows. Knee grows.
Yeah. Mine grows.
Meniscus.
Yeah.
Knee grew.
So they start the prayer. So while I'm talking or whatever, they start the prayer or whatever. So I'm like, keep talking or whatever.
They completely ignored you.
Yeah, but they can, so
God. They completely ignored you.
He's talking during the salah. SubhanAllah.
So
now I'm on the sheikh side.
Yeah.
I'm on the sheikh side now.
Okay, because you have to follow the sheikh.
Yeah, you have to. You have no choice. No aql.
Yeah.
Wow.
Translation?
No aql.
Okay.
So I just get back or whatever, and I make, I go and I pray in the back or whatever, and I make
Dhuhr
salah, because I'm like, I don't know this prayer. I don't.
Hey, note to you people that are blindly following and don't have a solid evidence that you can make 2 raka'ah and not actually be in Jama'at.
Yeah.
You may owe some raka'ah on Yom Qiyamah. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, I came for Salat al-Jummah.
Yeah.
I don't know this prayer.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
I don't know this prayer. I know Salat al-Jummah, but I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Could be
So I was
be bid'ah.
back.
Bid'ah, like Sheikh said. Sheikh said bid'ah.
Yeah.
I withdraw back and I make, dua, the 4 rakah. So they finish, then I finish my salah. So I apologize to the all the brothers for talking while they're doing their prayer or whatever. I apologize. And I start to ask I'm trying to talk to, everybody about the issue or whatever. And the sheikh, he shuts me down or whatever, and he goes in trying to explain. So I'll be quiet or whatever.
Just out of respect,
me to be quiet or whatever.
Okay.
So I'll be quiet. And he gets to explain, and he's saying that the shoulder to shoulder, foot to foot, that's not. It's not obligatory.
It's not far.
It's not a far to be shoulder to shoulder, foot to foot, or whatever. You can have the space in between you.
So over like decades, we've been praying like this.
But I heard that from a text from respected Shia. That are not sellouts or whatever. We heard that from respected Shia, and we humbly disagreed. We disagreed, but the same sheikh said it's best to stay home. Because that's the evidence, like you said. The evidence is to stay home. The evidence is not to be 6 feet plus apart and still call it Jama'ah. You can't. It doesn't fit.
I think the stuff. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think some of these masajid they open, even though they're gonna chain the Jama'ah, it's because of donations.
The donations are gonna be hit.
You're
gonna be hit.
You know what I mean? So what happened after you?
But they're still taking a hit, even like at Ikhlas, they're still taking a hit. Even with being open and all that.
A lot of people not going. A lot of Muslims are not actually
still not attending. So,
Well, of course, a lot of people died, so it can't come to Jumu'ah dead.
I can't believe you said that.
Say, remember Wakanda? Show them who you are.
Oh man.
You're wrong, man. You're so wrong. And by the way, Wakanda don't exist, just to let you know.
It's
fictional.
Don't do that, man.
It's fictional.
Don't do that.
It's very fictional.
Don't. That's
Yeah.
Black pride, man.
Plus the movie. Which actually sucks. I only give 3 out of 5. But there are a lot of shirk though in the movie. You know that?
La 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 la.
So you work out, right? It's like an X, You never know, man.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be X. If you do this,
my
Biba.
See, you'll never learn this on another show.
Yeah.
This is Wakanda forever. Turn it to the side. Hellfire forever.
So after you talked to the congregation and the imam was talking to you, or trying to just take you away from the congregation?
Eventually that's what it got to or whatever, because I was, I decided, everybody was like, shh, be quiet or whatever. So
everybody was against.
I'm listening to the sheikh or whatever. He's trying to explain, the deal or whatever.
So when he
doesn't give an evidence.
No,
he just said it that it's not obligatory and that's about it.
So he doesn't give an evidence. So I raised my hand, because now, I guess I'm trying to be polite now.
Yeah.
So I raised my hand. So he doesn't call on me.
Get used to that.
He doesn't call on me.
I'm invisible.
I was in Austin, Texas. Wallahi, the sheikh was probably as close as that camera.
Yeah.
His table's right there. I'm sitting in the front, have brothers on the side of me, behind me, everything. I'm sitting on the front row. And the sheikh was talking about some issue. We went down there to get some answers.
Yeah.
So I raised my arm got heavy.
Yeah.
Lactic acid, right? Raised my other hand.
Yeah.
Arm got heavy. Kept doing
this. It's a workout.
Yeah. The sheikh wouldn't call on me for nothing, right?
Yeah.
The outer brother to my right got angry. He said, "Sheikh, you see the man got his head open? You don't see his head?" He started yelling at the sheikh because it was obvious that they told him, "Oh, we have some Negroes that are coming out of San Antonio, Texas."
Yeah.
So they were civilized. I mean, we went at Siraj, went at Dawud Adib. Not really. Dawud Adib was cool, but Siraj Siraj got mad. Siraj Wahaj.
Yeah.
But they had walkie-talkies, everything. Next time we went down there, so
high-tech.
the sheikh was told, "Negro, large head,
big head,
been to prison, gold toothless,
Yeah.
platinum. Watch them all. So anyway, so what happened was he wouldn't call on me for nothing.
Yeah.
And finally he said, "Okay, Negro." I said,
No, he didn't say that. You're just making up. He didn't say that.
in his mind.
Can you read the mind?
In his mind.
You are a Jedi now?
Okay. But anyway, he said,
Folks, be careful. That's his interpretation, okay?
he said, "Yeah, that's what."
Translation.
Aswadi. Yeah, Aswadi.
Yeah, Aswadi, huh?
I said, so he called me. I said, "Never mind." I don't know what I said. I think I said never mind. I'm not sure.
So he did finally call on you.
Yeah, because the brother yelled at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
You just gave up.
Yeah, I thought, I'm like, man, my arm's hurting. I'm finna...
Got to go see a chiropractor.
Yeah, next day was leg day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So what happened after that?
So after that, the brother like motions and tell, well, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you or whatever. So I'm standing there. So a brother approaches me. Another brother that was in the congregation, he approaches me. Mm-hmm. So we're talking. Mm-hmm. So out of nowhere, another brother comes up to us, and he's like kind of upset, and he's, he's talking to me, saying, "You need to be quiet. You're raising your voice in here, this and that or whatever." Mm. So me and him, I'm engaging him.
I'm on that brother side now.
Yeah, I'm engaging him, and all of a sudden, another brother that's sitting down, he's still sitting down on the concrete. He just goes really left on me.
So you got two folks.
Yeah,
three now.
Yeah. So he goes left. The other brother that I'm talking to, he's, he comes to me and he's like, I guess.
I think they did not know that he was an OG. They didn't know.
Yeah, they
he's trying to console me or whatever.
In the wrong neighborhood.
The first brother that came, and we're having, me and him are just talking. It's just me and him. So, like I said, the other brother got up and he said, you need to be quiet. You need to sit down or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm talking to this person right here. So this brother, he just, he gets up and he's, now he started yelling at me. You're creating fitna up in here and this and that. So you're loud talking this and that. I said, I was talking to this person. He came up, started talking to me. Why haven't you addressed him?
Yeah.
Why is your address at me when I was having a conversation with this brother right in front of me?
Yeah.
We're talking. This individual came up, loud talking me or whatever, but now you're addressing me. So I was like, help me understand that. Why? So we're going back and forth or whatever. So, now it's like, it's loud in there or whatever.
Wow.
SubhanAllah.
So
in the masjid.
Yeah.
The sheikh comes and, he
stop it, man.
He comes and he says, let's talk or whatever. Yeah. Let's talk about it or whatever. Mm. So we're talking. I'm asking him. I'm saying, what's the evidence for being making this space or whatever? I said, and I explained to him. I said, there's a rukhsah for that allows. There's an allowance. Islam gives us an allowance for staying home. For a sickness or whatever, for staying home or whatever. That allowance doesn't extend to change the. Doesn't allow to change the prayer.
Yeah.
And so, again, what's the evidence for this? And he says, brother, I am scholar.
Wow.
So I said, okay.
Same scholar said Jews and Christians are not kuffar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The law says, "Inna ladina kafiru min ahli kitab wa mushrikin."
Yeah.
So
we got into that too. So
he said, "I'm a scholar."
He said, "Brother, I am scholar."
So he's okay.
So and he's saying this.
What is the height? What is the height for scholarship? If you go to Six Flags, you got to be this tall to ride this ride.
Right.
They don't have a height specification for scholarship.
I don't know, man.
I think they should have like a. I think they have a height specification.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
5 foot something.
I'm
just throwing it out there because
don't go there, man. Don't go there.
Sheikh Napoleon be tripping, man. Go ahead.
Don't go there.
Go ahead.
Don't even go there.
So, what? I'm asking him again. Well, all right, good. He's saying I am scholar. I'm like, okay, good. Because he said it as if that's supposed to like end the conversation
I am
right
scholar.
there. Like that's supposed to end it. That's supposed to, I'm supposed to, desist from asking about, the evidence or whatever. So he's like, I'm like, okay. So what's the evidence or whatever?
Yeah.
I am scholar. I am scholar. He said, this dude, I am scholar me to death. So I'm like,
say Guardians of the Galaxy. I am Groot.
Yeah.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
It was
any other words?
Yeah, it was kind of like that. So
did he offer you the dalil at least?
No, we sat down. He was like, because it was loud and everything was like just in motion in the masjid or whatever, and for people want to be 6 feet apart and all that in the salah, I think it was 4 feet at that time or whatever, because it was early on in the Corona deal or whatever. So I think they were doing 4 feet at this time or whatever.
So some were doing 6 feet.
For them to be,
so why can't it be 6.5?
Well, that's even better.
Yeah,
that's even better.
Yeah. Really.
Still got to do 4 rak'ahs Jumu'ah. Still got to make dua.
So at the end, did he somehow explain to you or offer you a dalil? Because dalil, that's a whole other subject now. Too,
Like,
what is a dalil? That'd be a whole other subject. Yeah. But did he offer any dalil?
No. We sat down. He asked me, brother, what is your concerns or whatever? Tell me your concerns or whatever. And I explained it to him again. So I'm saying, there needs to be an evidence. I said, because even, the Scott, he told me, I said, well, there needs to be an evidence or whatever. And he says, brother, I am the evidence.
Wow.
And I'm like, you're the evidence?
Wow. That's new. That's new. That's new.
Have you received wahi? Have you received revelation? I said, because
wow,
that's the revelation is the evidence. Quran, Sunnah, that's the evidence. Yeah. Revelation.
How tall is the evidence?
This dude,
I'm trying to figure out.
He wasn't tall enough.
It's a mystery. We're not gonna say who he is.
If you come up to my double,
stop it, man. So at the end he said that he's the evidence, and that's
he said he's the evidence.
What does that mean though? Like what when you say I'm the dalil, what does it mean? What does it mean?
That means he is the wahi.
Yeah.
He is claiming prophethood.
Astaghfirullah.
He's claiming messengership is what he's claiming. Because, when you say you are the wahi, I am the wahi. I am the evidence. I am the dalil. It's just, subhanAllah. I mean, hey, let's make an excuse for him. Let's say there's a language barrier.
Okay.
And he meant, I gave you the evidence, Negro.
Your translation a little bit messed up, man. Doesn't have to be always like that.
Saying I gave you the evidence, Negro. I noticed the east side, but I got niggas too.
All right.
We will beat you up in this masjid.
That's kind of how I was feeling.
Yeah, it was kind of
That's kind of how I was feeling.
But see,
they were upset.
But see, that's the Nate Robinson syndrome,
right?
Because all of them would have been on OnlyFans. All of them would have been face down, doubled up. Yeah. But that's would have been up, face down.
Hey,
OnlyFans.
We gotta keep it PG-13, man. This is a family show.
So,
oh my god,
my family. I got my whole family blocked. They can't watch it. I blocked the whole family.
Oh my god! But he did try to kind of, in a way, like after the salah, you to kind of have the conversation as a nasiha, right? To give the advice and whatnot.
Right.
But the way you see, so you didn't do anything wrong. You were asking legitimately about this situation and how the subject correcting the correction.
Yeah.
So instead of looking at the issue, and now you're getting yelled at just for doing something. It's an amazing time, because I never see in my life when people give nasiha, you either shun them and leave them, right? Yeah. You don't want to listen arrogantly, or you just don't talk about it. But
here it is. Brother, you shouldn't drink. Sister, you should cover.
Yeah.
Shukran, may Allah reward you. 2 seconds later, people need to mind their own business. A whole new post. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking about this because I don't know if some of you know, because you're in business. I run a business. You also do side hustle and self-employed and whatnot. But when I train new startup companies or new businesses about a specific subject, right? Give them the training, give them the material. They put all the lessons into action. But when they make a mistake, I correct it. Hey, you made this mistake, fix it. They don't get mad.
Right.
Oh, what? Really? Please give me more. I want to fix it. I want to perfect it because I want to make that money, right? So when it comes to your deen Islam, should we not be hungry for the correction and not the opposite? Oh, I made mistake. Oh, give it to me so I can correct my deen.
Right.
But unfortunately, we have immaturity. We have people that are not sincere. So when they give advice, and here's another thing that I really get, I shouldn't say I get triggered, but it pisses me off, kind of triggered. And that is when they say,
you can't say fish, you got to say urine.
Oh, okay. Or maybe in Arabic, bowl.
Bowl.
Okay.
Good word.
Yeah.
Bowl.
Learn some Arabic vocabulary, guys. So when they say that the nasiha always has to be grab this individual, take him in the corner. What want to the closet all the time? Is it like a closet nasiha all the time?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
how she look?
I don't know. Probably beautiful. So okay. So the advice is always take them in the corner, take her in the corner, or okay. I'm not disagreeing with that, but you know what? You have to look at the reality of the situation.
The situation.
Yeah.
I mean, even my mentor, and there was one of my business mentors, something used to yell at me, dude.
Yeah.
He used to say stuff that will make you cry as a man, right? But I understood why he did it.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes we need to toughen up. Like you have to feel the pain to understand life. Otherwise, you can't be just all the time being nice. But wallahi, there are so many situations where I give somebody advice, whether it's a brother, sister, through messages or through a voice message, like very nice, Assalamu alaikum. Look, I love you for the sake of Allah. I want the best for you. X, Y, and Z. And when they respond, don't even go there. Don't even talk about the fiqh. I made up my mind. Who the hell are you?
Exactly.
Even when I do it nicely. So we can't be always nice. Sometimes you have to just say it.
Definitely.
Because we're dealing with grown up, not with the.
Sometimes Muhammad Sallallahu would give advice nicely.
Yeah.
But the haqq is not always nice. Okay. Sometimes the haqq is rough. It's like the Sheikh said, Ibn Taymiyyah, he said one Muslim to another is like one hand washing the other, but sometimes you have a stubborn stain and you got to scrub it. You got to scrub it. And that's how you get it clean. Allah says, وَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ ذِكْرَ تَنْفِعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he said, and remind. The reminder, فَذَكِّرْ. You know what I'm saying? It reminds the believer is, the reminder benefits the believer.
Yeah.
It benefits the believer. Okay. So when you give advice to someone and they don't take it, this person is lacking iman.
Yeah.
If they have any iman, they're deficient.
Yeah.
It's like an iron deficiency. They are deficient in iman because you reminded them, and like I explained to my wife recently, I said, we as Muslims, we correct each other, right? Okay, I said that if I had alcohol in my hand, I said, you can say, hey, put that down. You're not supposed to drink that. I say, you can slap it out of my hand. I say, as a believer, I'll take either one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll take either one. I say, but this is what we're dealing with. So some of the evidence, Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas, that you are the best ummah out of all of mankind. And we know this specifically referred to the Sahaba at that time, but it extends to us as an ummah Muhammad sallallahu. Okay? It says, Ya'muruna bil ma'ruf wa yahuna 'anil munkar. You forbid the wrong, right? No, ta'muruna bil ma'ruf, excuse me, wa tanhauna 'anil munkar, and you forbid the wrong, wa tu'minuna billah, and you believe in Allah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is from Quran. Wa takum minkum ummah. Let there rise out of you from the ummah a group. Yad'una ila al-khair, calling to all of Islam. Ya'muruna bil ma'ruf, enforcing what is right. Wa yanhauna 'anil munkar, and forbidding what is wrong. Okay, so this is from Quran. Also, Muhammad sallallahu said in a hadith by Sa'id Khudri, reported by Sa'id Khudri, radiallahu anhu, he said, "Man ra'a minkum," I'm saying munkar.
Yeah.
If you see a wrong, what is the first step? First, you try to change it with your hands. That goes back to me telling my wife, if I had alcohol, you have a right to slap it out of my hand. As a believer, I have to accept it. Okay, or you can say it really nice, write me a Hallmark card. Please don't drink anymore. I mean, either way, if I'm an alcoholic, I'm not gonna like either of it. If I love alcohol more than I love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or this deen.
Yeah.
But if I love this deen, I love the dhikr, or the nasiha, you slap it out of my hand, all is well. So Muhammad sallallahu said, first you try to change it with your hands. And if you cannot, then you speak out against it. If you cannot, then you hate it in your heart. وَذَلِكَ يَضْعَفُ الْإِيمَانِ.
أضعف الإيمان.
Yeah, I always misquote this.
Yeah.
The
weakest.
وَذَلِكَ أَضْعَفُ الْإِيمَانِ. And this is the weakest of faith. You know, so to stay silent about something is a sign of weak faith. But as believers, we only stay silent when we cannot change it with our hands. We don't have the nusra, the military, or the material aspect to change it with our hands.
Yeah.
Speaking out, lisanihi, you know, with his tongue,
Speech,
speaking out. You know, when we lose that, and that speaking is also communication. It can be text, it can be whatever, right? So when we don't have that ability to do so because we're under some type of oppression or the situation doesn't warrant, then we start to hate in our heart. And the ulama say, when you hate it in your heart, you wait for opportunity to change it with your hand. You're waiting for opportunity to speak out against it. So again, like I said, this is from the Deen. Sa'id bin Jubair, he said that if a man waits to perfect himself because they say, oh, you're not perfect.
Yeah. Work on yourself, man.
Yeah, work on yourself.
Like today,
you're not perfect.
If we start this podcast, you're supposed to work on yourself.
Yeah, but instead I worked on putting the camera and the mic. I worked on that. I work on myself some other time.
All the time.
So anyway, he said, if a man waits to perfect himself before he enjoins right and forbids evil, say, then who will enjoin right and forbid evil? Because man was made imperfect. Man was made imperfect, okay? Again, Muhammad said, ad-deenu nasiha. The deen is sincere advice. So if you tell me I can't correct you, to mind my business, work on my deen, then how am I working on my deen? And I'm not practicing what Muhammad said is deen, which is to give sincere advice. Okay? And the other one, what do? They say, she's not your mother, she's not your sister, she's not your daughter. You know, I'm gonna say the same thing when you ask me for cash out. If you're going through a hard time about to get kicked out your apartment and you say, brother, can you help me with some finances so me and my children don't be homeless? I'm gonna say, I'm working on myself. You ain't my mother, you ain't my sister. See, no one will accept that. They accept donations, but they won't accept the biggest of donations, which is an-nasiha, which is the advice. And the last one I'll mention is Allah Ta'ala again says, and remind, for the reminder benefits the believer. And the reminder is not always soft. There's incidents where Muhammad ﷺ will correct softly, and other times he will correct very harshly. Even some of the Sahaba at times, because they made such a big mistake, Muhammad ﷺ would correct them, not only publicly, but harshly. They would even cry. Yeah. They would even cry.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because there are some folks that said that, like about the perfection, that's not a condition, right? And some people said that, you're not a scholar to give an nasiha. Who are you? Right? But there's a hadith of Muhammad ﷺ said, ad-dinu nasiha, right? The Sahaba said, قُلْنَا لِمَنْ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ, to who, O Prophet of Allah, right? Then Muhammad ﷺ said, لِلَّهِ وَلِكِتَابِهِ وَلِرُسُلِهِ وَلِعَامَّةِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. So Ammat al-Muslimin, the general of the Muslimin. So you don't have to be a scientist or a mother or a brother, all of them. It says Amma means everybody. Makes sense? So what does here mean? When they said Lillahi, how does that mean? So it says here, Mana nasiha, and nasiha means here, لِرُسُولِهِ هِيَ أَتْبَاعِ سُنَّتِهِ وَالتَّخَلُّقِ بِأَخْلَاقِهِ. That means when we say the nasiha for the Prophet, we mean that you follow the Prophet's sunnah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, وَالدَّعْوَةِ لِسُنَّتِهِ, which means to do da'wah for his sunnah, right? وَحُبْ مَنْ يُحِبُّ, and to love who loves it, who loves the sunnah. And وَبَغْض مَنْ يُبْغِضُهُ, means to hate who hates it.
SubhanAllah.
Does that make sense? Because I'm telling you, man, because nowadays we're becoming so soft that we're trying to just do everything like a monk.
Buffy nibbles.
But if I tell a lot of brothers, don't get too emotional because your nibbles might become so buffy. The point is,
if you're wearing silk,
that's going to be it's so exotic. So the thing is, if you look at the history of Tibetan, right, like when the Chinese came and attacked them, what happened? They couldn't defend themselves, right? Because they're so peaceful, right? So I'm not going to say, hey, be violent. I didn't say that, but the point is, you got to look at the situation. You got to also look at the reality, but it doesn't have to be always nice. There's sometimes, you need to get slapped. You know what I mean?
It's been stated by, I actually think it was an Orientalist that said this. He said, the Christians are men without religion. And they say Islam is religion without men. And this is where we've become, we're so concentrated on people's emotions and their feelings that we don't care about the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know what I do sometimes? This is just me personally. I'm not advising everyone to do this, but to me, it's a filter process. So when somebody gives me nasiha sincerely, I'm gonna start hanging with that brother because he cares about me, right? Exactly.
If I give nasiha to somebody else and they have an attitude, become sarcastic, X. Okay, I'm gonna basically I'm gonna put them in this box of idiots. Okay, so I'm gonna hang out with the Salihin because they say, I mean, you're a reflection of you hang out with. If you, of course, when we do da'wah, you have to talk to everybody. I'm with the Muslimin, right? But sometimes a good company can also have a reflection on you. So you have to find a good company and use the good company to go and do the da'wah as well. But when I see like folks that become sarcastic, don't want to listen and make stupid comments, I'm like, again, when you focus on the dunya, making money, you're not going to get mad for any advice we're going to give it to you in terms of business and marketing. I do this all the time. Nobody gets mad. Even in a crowd of 80, like student in a workshop that I give, I pinpoint, hey, you did this wrong, fix it up, you did this messed up. Nobody gets mad because they want to do better. Yeah. So why can we not look at Islam that way, right? Because nobody's perfect here. I need them to see how, I need my brothers to advise me. And sometimes I get tired when I talk to young brothers, when I give them advice all the time. I'm like, guys, somebody please advise me, so I'm going to make a mistake on purpose.
Yeah. And that's a missing aspect of, of the whole deal. Like the ayah says, remind reminder benefits the believer.
Yeah.
The believers need to become remindable.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The believers need to become advisable.
Yeah.
And that's,
that's so true. You're absolutely correct,
lost.
Because our iman, we know that it goes ups and down. It happens. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to, keep us on the haqq. That's why I love the dua, Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. But at the same time, you need the brothers and the sisters to remind you. You know what I'm saying? But it's so amazing with the age of social media. I mean, the stuff that I see online and offline, it is insane. You feel like sometimes like you're gonna quit, like that post you made. That's it, right? You feel like you're gonna quit. But sometimes I look at a couple of the scholars. We look at how they do da'wah, and for example, Abu Ahmed also, how he does all these da'wah and people attack him. He's still consistent.
Yeah.
Right. When I look at stuff like Brother Daniel Haqiqatju, when he posts all his content and he gets all this attack, man, I'm like, oh, subhanallah.
Yeah, he gets a lot.
All this attack and all these people that go, for example, against him. The funny thing is that they never counter argue with an evidence. Yeah. It's all about emotional and I call this the character assassination, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't agree with everything even he says, but the fact that he brings evidence, I read it, and I'm like, what? Why people? I'm trying to find out mistakes. Why people are getting triggered? Is emotional, and instead of addressing the issue, they shift the conversation to something else.
Remember Omar, he was reported to have said that if you are basically, like, to paraphrase, if you're in the company of someone and they don't correct you when you're wrong, he become your executioner.
Yeah,
they're like your executioner. No one is enamored or endeared to their executioner.
Yeah,
So if you hanging around a brother, and like for instance, this brother right here, we don't hang out like that, but we have a work relationship and we're friends and things like that. I don't like him.
Yeah, but neither do I.
But this brother right here,
Black man.
like we don't do haram around each other. We don't influence each other to the haram. And even I had an ex-wife that didn't too much care for him and said, why are you hanging with him? And I said, he doesn't encourage me to do haram. Yeah. I even told you, I said this brother he's 10 for 10 on advice.
Yeah.
He told me don't cut that Philly sister phone off.
That's why he's an OG.
I mean, she supposedly cheated on me and all kind of stuff and raided my medicine cabinet for old drugs and stuff. Wow. But I was about to cut her phone off when a cycle came around to pay.
Yeah. And
I said, we drove up to the phone place. I was finna cut her phone off. He said, don't do that. I said, no, man, tell that, in the language, tell that Negro or the other N-word.
Too many N-words in the show.
Tell that other N-word to pay her bill. You know how we do, from the hood or whatever,
Yeah.
So anyway, he said, but I wouldn't do that if I was you. Yeah. I don't know what he saw or what he knew.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he touched my kids. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I'm saying, like, so like I say, he gives good advice, and that's what makes him good company. He gives good advice. He don't always agree with me. People think that he always agrees with me. This is one of the guys my wife called to complain about me.
Yeah.
Lots of complaints.
Yeah.
Means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I mean, even when we talk about the hikmah, the word hikmah, it's kind of vague because people don't give you an exact definition. What does that mean? Look, you have to go through experience. It differs from person to person, right? Even what's the other hadith? بَلِّغُوا النَّاسَ وَلَا بِقَدْرِ عُقُولِهِمْ. You give the balagh to the level of where they at. Like when you talk to the teenagers, it's not the same thing when you're talking to grown man, right? But what I'm trying to say that nowadays, talking to grown men, they act like teenagers.
Definitely.
You see, I mean, never in my life seen where, like I said, never in my life seen that when you do nasiha, Muslim trying to correct you of not giving the nasiha. This is very, very scary. It's very scary. I'm like,
so you comment on the post. One of the things that are common, y'all know me. I'm a hijab dude. You know, I like hijab more than hair. So wedding night, keep your hijab on. Whoever next, my next victim. So anyway, what happens is that a sister will post virtually and Islamically naked. Brothers are saying, MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah,
enablers,
Allahu Akbar. You know, they roll the R, Allahu Akbar. You know, sound like Cardi B took Shahada or something. You know, so anyway, so you got 100 comments before me. All of them are affirmative. Okay. I come in, I say, fear Allah, cover yourself, and you might want to delete all those devils above me. All those shayateen above me, right? Then brothers will come and say, oh, brother, you should have went to her inbox. I say, subhanAllah, I would not go to her inbox.
You just publicly made the thing.
Yeah, you did it publicly. But check it out, though. You go to her inbox, she gonna say next post, brother, all in my inbox. I thought I wasn't pious enough. And I would go, I'll say, well, could you screenshot what I said to you? No, I ain't gonna get into all that. Yeah, because you're a liar. You're a liar and a slander.
Getting into it, but twisted.
Right, but you know, it's funny though. SubhanAllah, I mean, like nowadays, if you're looking for a spouse, it's so easy, man. You can just do a background check, pull up the name on Google, go to social. You can just look at the whole history.
Even Shadid Muhammad. He wasn't advocating finding a woman on social media, but he said you might want to check out social media before you get married, because people tend to reveal themselves.
Because you can see a lot of stuff there. You know, it's like, man, this is so scary. Because
even jobs are doing that now.
The company's doing it for years, actually. I know this for a fact. Like, you know, the company's doing it for years. In fact, somebody don't even get hired because they saw something weird on the social channels, right? There were a couple of stories where this one, a story that I heard, that one individual brother that passed away, but there are all these nasty pictures on his Facebook. And he did not add anybody, because in Facebook you can add somebody else so they can delete your account. So he didn't add nobody. And guess what? That nasty picture still live and the account is live. May Allah and forgive him, and you know,
when the brother passed away.
The one brother passed away, and all this nasty stuff is just sitting there. I'm like, so basically you are putting the haram publicly for the whole world to see. And imagine how many sins that you're accumulating based on that, right?
Check this out. So I come in, I'm 101. I say you should fear Allah, cover yourself, and might want to delete those shayateen. So brothers often will come after me. They already commented above. They'll come after me and say, yeah, brother, sister, you should cover yourself, and mashallah. And some of them try to take a middle road, you know, like the moderate munafiq. Try to take the middle road. And I say munafiq in the best terminology. So they come in the middle road. They'll say, mashallah, you are so beautiful, but Allah says you should cover. See, they already congratulated the haram. You celebrated and congratulated the haram, but then you threw some Islam on the side. No.
Confusion.
Tell her it's haram, fear Allah, then hit her DM and say, you got a wali? No, I'm just kidding.
So you gotta do halal
way. You know what happened? No, the brothers do? They come in and say, you should have inboxed her, you should have did this, you should have did that, don't correct publicly, it's not the sunnah. I would say, where's my inbox? You attacking me publicly, you correcting the correction, attacking me publicly, right? And I don't get an inbox. I mean, send me an inbox. I might see you some pictures.
It's so oxymoronic.
So you might double and bubble.
Yeah, idiotic. You know, I remember Abu American once, if I follow Abu American Twitter, he basically said that what is a pornography to men is social media for women. Because if you look at Instagram, I mean, it's like they want that validation. They want that attention. It's part of the nature. We're not saying this. It's part of the nature. But that's when you don't have an iman, and when you have all these guys, oh, mashallah, you're this and this and that. I mean, what is the ghira? What is the halal jealousy? What is that at? And for you to display yourself, then you ask yourself, why nobody wants me? I'm like, I mean, you're displaying yourself. Why should we want you? Really? Right? Like,
we need to talk about how, man, subhanAllah, bro. I mean, there's some sisters, man, they look immaculate. I mean, they got they're mutahajibat. You know, they got the
MashaAllah,
the
and all that.
I mean, beautiful sisters.
Yeah.
Single.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about that one day, man. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Before we move on, I got some of that.
See, that's why that's the problem with guests.
Yeah, I know,
see,
man.
See what I'm talking about? See, they bully the. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some of that feedback from the brothers at the masjid. At the incident, they were saying, "Well, you should have just approached the sheikh, one-on-one."
How can you? Because you're trying to make the salah.
No. While he's praying, talk to him.
You're
making a big mistake.
Come on the side, right?
Sheikh, you, the little guy in front.
Hey, don't.
You can't
say that, man.
Don't say that, man.
Hey, we're not supposed to, just keep it secret.
Okay.
Here we go again.
Sheikh.
Oh my God.
Sheikh. Salaikum. Sheikh. You're making a big mistake. And you can get like, I don't know, what can you throw at him?
What? No.
Get his attention.
I don't know, Kufi or something?
Yeah, just. Yeah.
Take the whole jilbab. Tackle him.
Go ahead. What were you saying before he interrupted you?
I know.
So the brothers are saying, you should have waited for the sheikh and not just come out with it or whatever. You should have approached him. I said, brother, I came here for Salat al-Jum'ah.
Yeah.
I didn't address him, the sheikh, because he's not the one making the space. The Jama is making the space in between. So I addressed them.
Yeah.
The ones who are doing it.
Yeah.
He's up there. He's leading. I addressed them.
Yeah.
And I came here to make the Juma or whatever, and they have the space in between them or whatever. So I addressed them. So it was you should have done this, and you came with a loud voice, and your voice is.
I never hear him be loud.
Well, I do have a natural, loud voice or whatever. I can speak,
when he's triggered.
definitely then or whatever. And then the issue,
whatever. Yeah.
and the issue sometimes, it calls for that, for you to, to have a voice or whatever. And there's brothers there. I want to make sure y'all all hear me.
Yeah.
I want to make sure y'all all hear me or whatever.
We did a tactic like that. I particularly used to do it. I used to take brothers with me when we used to ride the public bus, and back when I had Iman, remember back then. Mm-hmm. So we used to ride the bus, and we would have a conversation loudly. The whole bus would have, even the bus driver.
Strategy.
We would purposely do that, like talk about the Bible, how corrupt it is. We'll talk about how Christianity doesn't make any sense. We would just go in. Loud conversation. Yeah. Everybody's like, nobody ever interrupted us. Nobody ever.
Nowadays I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Did you talk about Islam loudly in a Muslim country? Yeah. You'll be in a loud jail cell.
Yeah.
But here in Dar Kufr, we were allowed to jostle with each other. Basically it was all uslub, it's all style. We had the whole bus captivated, the whole bus.
Yeah,
we did this often back when I had Iman. Yeah. But today, I ain't doing
that. He's just fooling around these days.
So now we're moving on. May I? Okay. See, on this show it's kind of got a little different style. The guest kind of runs things. So anyway, let's move on to shaking my Muslim head. Topic. The subject of this is the Muslim armies, how they're stagnant, how the leadership in Muslim lands stagnates the army when we're being asked to send sleeping bags to Syria. We've been asked to send money to Burma. Yeah. We're being asked to send dua to the whole entire Muslim world, fi kulli makan, just everywhere, just donations and this and that. We're being asked that. Did you see Donald Trump hold up the display with all of the weaponry that MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, and the Saudi government purchased from him? Billions of dollars of weapons, planes, tanks. Allah says, وَأَعِدُّ لَهُ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. You know what I'm saying? And prepare against them all that you can, min quwwatin, of power. Okay? So you buying billions of dollars worth of power,
Yeah.
and you can't use it to defend the Muslims. We used to gather armies of 50,000 men for the assault of one sister that was not really physically harmed, but was captured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
50,000 man army stretching from Baghdad to Rome, okay? For the honor of one sister. Now we have 50,000 sisters. We can't give one soldier. So because of the stagnant Muslim armies under the puppet leadership implanted by the West over the Muslim lands, we have no choice but to shake our Muslim head.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I mean, we're not saying don't donate. We're not saying that. But if you look at the big picture, it's not the
solution.
It's not the solution, because it's going to be a continuous process. Just like taking conventional medicine, that's not going to cure the problem. It's just going to, it's going to be stagnant, right? So we gotta think, beyond that, because again, when I know you might not agree with me, but when people say stuff like just dua is the least thing we can do, yeah, that's a sign of weakness. That's why we're making the dua, because we're very weak. We don't have the authority. Yeah, that's it. So that's what we're left with, and it's not going to affect us unless if it affects us, then we're going to start crying.
Yes.
Because it's not affecting us, we're living nicely. Astaghfirullah. I mean, that's another problem too. I mean, that's a ni'mah from Allah, alhamdulillah. But you got to think about the ummah too,
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you can, of course, within your limit. But at the same time, you have to bring the subject because you have to discuss about it and look for a solution for that.
Inshallah ta'ala. So I guess we'll start our our decline to recline. We're finna get out of here.
Yeah.
The outro. So AYYTP, okay, Amu Yum Yum, the podcast will now go to once a week because there are too many topics that are important that must be discussed.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So again, we need that. I don't know what this is out here, man. Say, boy, you get.
Come on, man.
Listen to it, baby.
Good stuff.
Okay, inshallah.
Yeah,
so we're gonna go to once a week, inshallah. We're gonna announce soon our next subject, topic, what's popping, when we agree, inshallah ta'ala. I sent out the theme song to many of you all. I got all positive feedback, except someone said, I'm surprised you used the music, which is all percussion. There's no wind or string sounding. Computer's not wind or string. I got it off from GarageBand.
Yeah.
So it's not wind or string, but I use no wind or string sounding music instruments. Okay, I use all percussion, which Muslims should be okay with. Okay, one sister said, well, from what I understood, you can only use the Arabic duf, the drum or what have you. Well, that's not.
That's consistent with the urf and.
That's not hadara. That's not civil. That's not culture from our viewpoint. That's something that was pre-Islamic, which is part of the Madaniya, like you said, the urf.
Yeah.
The people used to technically use that drum. The Africans didn't use that drum. Other people that celebrated their Eids and their walimas and things like that. But nevertheless, percussion, no matter what opinion you have, no one can frown at percussion. So we are avoiding the wind and string sounding instruments because it's all digital. There's no actual instrument. So all positive feedback, subhanAllah. Besides that little wrinkle, which is still positive, because we're discussing Deen, mashallah. How many times do we do that? So I sent it out, all positive reviews. I wrote 2 verses, so it's going to be a little bit more than a minute and a half. The loop that you heard at the beginning of the podcast, it actually won't have the verses in it, inshallah, next week when I drop them bars. I got bars.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my name should be Imam Bars.
Yeah, like the Snicker bars.
Amu Bars.
Snicker bars.
Amu Bars.
Yeah.
Don't say Snicker, man.
Snicker bars.
I be doing ab exercises. It don't work.
Yeah, man.
It don't work.
This is the best podcast here. Listen to it, baby.
Yeah,
This
guys.
dude right here.
You gotta listen to it. And don't forget to share. Share this video.
Like, subscribe. We're just getting started. We're going to expand, get bigger, inshallah, better, more entertaining. This is edutainment. You're getting educated about Tarbiyah al-Islamiyah. We're not going to stray from the Islamic opinions. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to call certain sheikhs Qibla elves.
Here you go again with this guy, man.
What is more wrong? So anyway, midweek I'm going to do a recap clap back react.
Because we got a lot of comments, by the way.
So mashallah, I thought we had one comment.
We got a lot of comments.
I thought you forged it.
I was about to.
Show.
I was about to.
That's you from your freaky account. I'm just kidding.
So we got alhamdulillah, a lot of comments, a lot of engagement, and
so we're going to react to those in the off week, maybe like Wednesday or something.
Yeah.
We'll react to them in the off week, and this is going to be inshallah. We got to go to a weekly show. There was a lot of demand in my own brain.
Yeah. And folks, brother and sister, please just share this so you can reap the benefit. You get the barakah for that as well, and help us with this project. And
I'm gonna tell you, Amo Yum Yum the podcast. The yum yum is like fulan fulan. It doesn't have any specific meaning. So basically, an amu is a term of endearment. That people really from the Arabic language, the culture of it, they say amu. All my Muslim friends, all their kids know me as Amu Sadiq, things like that. So Amu Yum Yum, take the yum yum like fulan. It's not anything freaky, whatever. Yum yum. So anyway.
Yeah, Yum Yum was like, look at that. Man, this is weird, man. What's up with that, man?
So anyway, so it's everybody's podcast. Everyone can come on. Everyone can voice the opinion. But if you come on with the un-Islamic opinion, you will get clapped.
Yep.
Wow. Islamically.
Wow. We gotta put that in the song. We gotta put in the clip. I gotta put the pop. I gotta put that, man.
Inshallah.
That's like bid'ah.
So I'd like to thank my IT guy.
Who's that?
Amo Yusuf. Now to thank our special guest, Amo Jawaza, aka Jawaz, aka OG, aka I ride bikes at odd times of the day, after Fajr, midday, riding at night,
with lights,
scaring them white folks. Don't go on the white folks side of town at night, man. Don't do that, man.
I love white
Don't
people.
do that.
I love white people.
No, but don't go at night, because all they can see is your teeth.
Shiny teeth.
911. My name is Karen. I saw some teeth floating.
Karen.
I saw Karen.
I have to put Arabic. Karen. Yes. Yeah.
So, nevertheless, anything else? That's it?
That's it. Yalla. Assalamu alaikum, folks.
Thank you for viewing Amu Yum Yum the podcast. Coming back next week with a new topic. We'll introduce it, inshallah, soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.